we're going to play a game, and it's called What a Mess. What a mess. And I've asked Susie to prepare a special treat for everyone. And every time I'm going through here showing you why things are in disarray, and I say, what a mess, or you say spontaneously, what a mess, you have to take a little sip of my own Saint-Germain liqueur, made from pure elderberries. Yes. The object here is to celebrate life, of course. There are times, my dear friends, where there is such a dissonance in what's going on in your lives. All of you, all Chambre. It's amazing to watch sometimes. It's amazing that you can stay embodied. It's amazing that you can have enough food to feed yourself. And more than anything, amazing that you don't go totally out of your mind is in a breakdown. You talk about things like enlightenment, but yet, I truly wonder if you know what enlightenment is. Matter of fact, I would actually say that Chambre does not know what enlightenment is. Hear the word, and it's just like taking a breath. Enlightenment, out of the body, go off somewhere else. We've done this in some of our gatherings before where I've had Linda pass a microphone and I said, what is enlightenment? And it's rather clueless. It's rather clueless. I say, what is enlightenment? And answers start coming out that fill the Macchio trash bin with all sorts of answers, peace, love, and joy. It's like, what is love? What is peace? What is joy? So it creates this mental spinning that's going on all the time. I'm in search for enlightenment. I'm in search for enlightenment. But I don't know what it is. Wouldn't that make a great children's book? Searching for something and not knowing what the hell it is. But yet getting up every morning, having that compulsion to do it over and over again, looking for enlightenment. And most Chambre, I'm sorry to say, in our gossip session, have no clue. The good news is, you're not supposed to really have a clue. You're not required to know what enlightenment is. What a mess, though. Okay, good. As you take a little sip. See, this helps break the tension. One of the saddest things is you have such a desire to have abundance, such a desire to have some money in your pocket. Why don't you? 2 reasons. A, there is still, I'm not talking to any of you, we're talking about the ones we're gossiping about. A, because many of you are still not sure you want to be here on this planet. You're still not sure you want to live. You're still waiting for someone or something to say, here's the answer, here's why you should live. But without that, there's a lot of question. And it's interesting, as much as we have all this grand talk about dreamwalker life and about embodied masters, so often Chambre is saying, I don't know if I really want to be here. Well, then you're not going to be abundant, period. Because of the basics of energy, physics, that you're not going to attract energy. There's also another interesting dynamic that's taking place in spite of all the great feelings and thoughts, and we're on our path to enlightenment. There's also that if I have money, I'm going to do the same crappy things I did before. If I have money, I'm going to make more trouble than ever before. So what you do is you go on a financial diet, because you think in the past, when you had money, you used it for power and manipulation. You took drugs, you got drunk, you abused yourself and other people with it. So something in you went on this diet of no abundance. And you feel more, I'm not talking to you, but out there, Chambre feels more comfortable starving than they do being abundant. It's a plain fact, because anyone could have money right now. But you're afraid, if I had money, I'm just going to be that bad human that I was before. What a mess! I hope by now you're starting to understand the conflict, the dissonance in all of this. And I hope you're starting to understand this is a big train wreck on the way to happening. So you're driving along on this road to enlightenment, and it goes on and on and on, and each day is the same as the next, and you keep having hopes of enlightenment. You keep hoping that I'll suddenly enlighten you. You keep hoping if it's not me, you're going to leave me, you're going to go somewhere else for the enlightenment. You keep hoping that there's something, but I'm going to keep driving home the point. It's a mess in there. It's a real mess. It's an enlightenment mess. And the good news is, on this road to nowhere, you're exactly where you should be. Because, what? A mess? No! You can have a drink on that. What? A mess? Not really. It's absolutely perfect. And what I would like to do now, especially since you're a little more relaxed than you were an hour ago, I want you to take a moment and remember this whole thing with enlightenment. It didn't start with a thought. It didn't start with suddenly one day you got so tired of your old life that you decided you're going to get enlightened. It didn't start even when somebody took you to a class or you read a book. No, my friends, it did not. It started with a deep knowingness, a very profound, deep knowingness. It was not a thought. It was not an action. It was not a journey. It was a knowingness that emanated from very deep within. It's gotten abused. It's gotten distorted. It's gotten very, very diluted along the way. But this knowingness has always been there. You don't know what enlightenment is, and you shouldn't know. For the limited mind has no way of knowing. It will try to pretend, it will try to imagine even. A very cheap type of imagination is you being rich and famous and sexy and having all sorts of relationships and being a grand guru and a master. That's what the mind does. It's a distraction. It's not real. Who knows what is going to happen? And it doesn't matter, period. It doesn't matter. So I ask you to take a moment and come back to the knowingness. The knowingness that was not a thought. It never was a car. It never was a journey. It never was about trying to be a perfect human. It was never about anything other than coming back to yourself. It wasn't Macchio, it wasn't phrases and words, it wasn't sitting here in the Shambhala audience, and it wasn't efforting. It wasn't about power. It wasn't about even wisdom. It wasn't about getting anything. It was a knowingness, a deep, loving knowingness, a knowingness that wasn't an angel or an ascended master coming to you, a knowingness that wasn't given by another, prompted by another, brought into action by another. It came from you. It wasn't your golden angel, your higher self, or any of those other words. It was you. It was all you. Not just the human, not what you call the divine. It was the I am, the true I am, that's as present here as the human is. It's right here.